Breaking news. The Falcons just got the lucky break they'd been waiting for, and it might change everything. The same team that embarrassed Atlanta last year just lost one of its biggest weapons. And this time, it's personal. The Atlanta Falcons finally have a shot at revenge, and it just got a whole lot easier. A huge suspension has rocked the Minnesota Vikings, and it directly affects their Week 2 Sunday Night Football showdown against the Falcons. This isn't just news, this is a turning point. Minnesota's young star wide receiver Jordan Addison is officially out for the first 3 games of the season. Suspended. Gone. The NFL dropped the hammer after his DUI situation from July 2024, and now he's off the field when the Falcons get their shot at redemption. Let me remind you what this means. Last season, Addison and Justin Jefferson absolutely torched Atlanta. They humiliated the Falcons on national TV, 15 catches, 265 yards, and 5 total touchdowns. That was the game that made fans ask, are we even close to being ready for the NFC's elite? But now, this season feels different. That Week 2 game? It's not just a rematch. It's a shot at payback. A moment to prove that this defense, under new coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, isn't soft anymore. Without Addison, the Vikings' offense loses its second punch. And that changes everything. A.J. Terrell, our top corner, can now lock in on Justin Jefferson without splitting coverage or worrying about Addison burning us again. No more double threats. No more panic in the secondary. Now the Falcons can play tight, aggressive, smart. Ulbrich's defense is built to strike, and now they've got the upper hand. But don't get too comfortable. The Falcons are dealing with their own injury headache. Darnell Mooney, the new wide receiver we were all excited to see, is still a question mark. He got hurt in training camp, and so far, head coach Raheem Morris hasn't given any solid update on his status. So, yes, the door just opened wide for Atlanta. But they've still got to walk through it. This could be the moment the season changes, or the moment we let another one slip away. Do you think this changes everything for Week 2? Drop your confidence level in the comments, 1 to 10, and tell us if you believe this Falcons defense is ready to flip the script. If Darnell Mooney can't suit up in Week 1 against the Buccaneers, the spotlight immediately shifts to one man, Drake London. And let me tell you, London isn't just catching passes in training camp. He's catching fire. He's been unstoppable in drills, catching every ball thrown his way, winning every route, and showing off a new level of confidence. In the team's first indoor practice due to bad weather, he caught all 5 of his targets during 11-on-11 work. That's consistency. That's leadership. He even attempted a trick play pass. It didn't connect, but it shows the team is starting to trust him as a playmaker, not just a wideout. But while London makes headlines, a quiet storm is building on the offensive line, and it's coming from an unexpected name. Jack Nelson, a 7th-round rookie offensive tackle from Wisconsin, is suddenly earning first-team reps in practice. That's right. With the veterans resting, Nelson stepped in at right tackle and held his ground. He's not expected to steal a starting job just yet, but he's making a serious push for the swing tackle spot, challenging Storm Norton. In a long season, depth is everything. And if Nelson keeps this up, he might become a secret weapon later in the year. Meanwhile, head coach Raheem Morris just made a bold call. Neither Kirk Cousins nor Michael Penix Jr. will play in the first preseason game against the Lions. That means the rookies and defense will be in the spotlight, and 3 names are standing out. James Pierce Jr., Billy Bowman, Xavier Woods. All 3 are being watched closely, not just for the future, but for real impact this year. Penix has been sharp in practice, 13 completions on 18 throws in 11-on-11s, but fans will have to wait to see him under real game pressure. While Penix and Cousins sit, reps go to Easton Stick and Emory Jones in preseason. The coaches want to test the backups, but inside camp, the buzz is all about Casey Washington, who has quietly turned heads with his poise and decision-making. And here's a moment that says everything about where this team's energy is coming from. Bijan Robinson said it best: Caden Ellis is our alpha. That's not just hype. That's respect. Ellis is bringing a fire to this defense, a tone setter that this team sorely missed last year. His energy in practice is pushing everyone, and it's starting to show. Want intensity? You should have seen the red zone one-on-ones. Nick Nash made a ridiculous one-handed catch over cornerback D. Alford, and the whole sideline erupted. That's the kind of competition this team needs, iron sharpening iron. Injury-wise, the team's staying careful. Xavier Watts and Jalen Walker took part in drills but skipped full-speed action. J.D. Bertrand wore a yellow non-contact jersey. And after a scary collision with Josh Woods, Clark Phillips 3 stayed in the practice, a great sign that it's nothing serious. This camp is already different. It's louder, it's faster, it's more intense. And it's starting to feel like a real brotherhood is forming on both sides of the ball. What do you think is the most underrated storyline of Falcons camp right now? Is it Jack Nelson's rise? Drake London's takeover? Or Caden Ellis leading the defense? Let us know in the comments, and drop it if you feel the energy changing in Atlanta. Let's talk about a rookie who refuses to stay quiet. During camp, Casey Washington made a statement. With two defenders draped over him, the rookie wide receiver still hauled in a clutch, double-covered catch, and then turned heads again by flying down the field on special teams, outrunning everyone in sight. That kind of speed? That kind of effort? Coaches noticed, and fast. But even the best have their moments. On a trick play, Drake London tried to show off his arm and got picked off by Josh Thompson. Yup, even your top guys get humbled in camp. And honestly, that's a good thing. It means this team is competing at every level. Something is different in Flowery Branch this year. You can feel it. The energy is higher, the competition is fiercer, and the roster is deeper than we've seen in years. That Week 2 showdown against Minnesota? It's no longer just another game. It's a proving ground. A chance to show the league that this team has finally turned the corner. Yes, Jordan Addison's suspension changes the matchup, but that's not the whole story. The real heartbeat of this team is coming from within, from the rookies, the chemistry, the quiet battles happening every day. With just 33 days left before Week 1 kicks off in Tampa, every single rep in camp is shaping what the 2025 Falcons will become. And here's the truth. This draft class might be special. Let's focus in. James Pierce Jr. is becoming the name on defense. He's fast, violent, and fearless. Billy Bowman and Xavier Watts are moving like veterans, not rookies. These guys aren't waiting their turn, they're taking it. Pierce, in particular, is standing out. Teammates are hyped, coaches are buzzing, and fans are already whispering one phrase: Day 1 starter. If he delivers in preseason, Atlanta might have finally found the edge rusher they've been missing for years. And it's not just about the defense. Head coach Raheem Morris is managing this camp with a smart mindset. Players like Xavier Watts, J.D. Bertrand, and Jalen Walker aren't being rushed. They're being protected, not out of fear, out of strategy. The Falcons aren't walking into Week 1 hurt and unsure anymore. This year, they want to hit the ground flying. At quarterback, Penix Jr. and Kirk Cousins won't play the preseason opener. But in practice, they've looked locked in. Both are throwing with command and rhythm. But here's what matters most. They're starting to build real chemistry with guys like Drake London and Casey Washington. That chemistry could become this offense's secret weapon. And speaking of Washington, don't sleep on him. He's making plays in every drill. He's turning heads in special teams. He's getting separation, catching in traffic, and showing real burst. If Mooney isn't ready for Week 1, don't be surprised if Washington is out there making plays early in the season. This Falcons team is slowly finding its identity, one rep, one hit, one moment at a time. Drake London is catching everything. James Pierce is living in the backfield. Jack Nelson, the quiet rookie, is climbing the depth chart fast. This isn't last year's team. The urgency is real. The tone is different. And with Sunday Night Football against a vulnerable Vikings squad right around the corner, the opportunity is massive. Do you believe this rookie class is the one? Is James Pierce Jr. the answer on defense? Can Casey Washington rise if Mooney isn't ready? Drop your answers in the comments and rate your confidence in this team from 1 to 10. Let the world know. Are the Falcons finally ready to rise?